Vikram spent 30 years as a respected headmaster, but as his career ends, he isn't celebrating, he's terrified. The thought of trading the daily energy of a schoolyard for a silent house feels like a slow descent into irrelevance. His children offer what looks like a perfect solution: a plane ticket to America and a quiet life in a big house where he can finally rest. Vikram sees it differently. To him, moving into his children's spare room means becoming a dependent. He refuses to spend his final years as a passenger in someone else's life. This creates a difficult friction. He needs to work to feel alive, but his identity is tied to his title. In his community, a headmaster doesn't typically roll up his sleeves for manual labor, creating a barrier between the respect he has and the activity he needs. For many, retirement is an identity crisis disguised as a vacation. It removes the daily purpose that defines a person, leaving behind a quiet life that can feel more like a cage than a reward. The deadlock breaks when his friend Pandey proposes an aggressive change of pace. He points to an empty 2-acre plot Vikram owns along the highway and suggests he open a roadside food stall. Vikram's first instinct is shame. He worries about the local gossip, the sight of a former school leader serving travelers at a humble dhaba. Pandey argues that respect shouldn't be a fragile thing tied to a desk. True dignity, he insists, comes from the effort put into the day and the ability to stand on your own 2 feet, regardless of the setting. Vikram realized that if he wanted to keep moving, he had to stop looking at his professional history and start looking at the land in front of him. He built it. Highway Street Food Desi Nashta rose on that empty plot, a vibrant stop for travelers carved from the roadside greenery. With his wife Maya handling the cooking and a local assistant named Sham keeping the atmosphere lively, the stall became a community hub. The constant stream of customers and local interactions provided exactly the kind of ecosystem Vikram thought he had lost. The growth accelerated when a group of social media vloggers stopped for a meal. They documented the elderly couple's dedication and the quality of the food, and the resulting video reached millions of people almost overnight. When his children saw the video in America, they didn't feel the embarrassment Vikram feared. They flew back to find their father at the center of a thriving business, realizing that the quality of his work spoke louder than his former title. The silence of retirement was gone, replaced by the highway's revitalizing hum. Trading his desk for a stove, he found a new community. The peace is broken when a local goon named Rathore arrives. He isn't there for breakfast. He's there to extort the business Vikram built. Rathore gives him a choice: pay a heavy monthly bribe for protection, or he'll burn the stall to the ground right there on the highway. Customers scramble as Rathore grows more aggressive, but Vikram remains remarkably still. He doesn't show the panic of a victim. He makes 3 quick calls. He doesn't argue or plead. He simply identifies himself as Vikram, sir, and asks the people on the other end of the line to come to the highway plot immediately. He stood alone, an elderly man with no weapon and no intention of paying, facing a threat that hard work alone couldn't fix. The response is immediate. Sirens cut through the air as 3 official vehicles arrive. The district collector, the superintendent of police, and a local MLA all pull up to the dirt lot. Instead of using their power to clear the area, these high-ranking officials walk straight to the food stall and respectfully touch Vikram's feet. This is social capital. Over 30 years, Vikram built a network of people carrying his influence into the community. Now, the energy he spent raising students flows back, forming a protective barrier no threat can breach. Rathore is arrested on the spot, and the officials stay to eat. Vikram's business is now under the unofficial protection of the district's most powerful leaders, all because they remember the man who taught them. A lifetime spent uplifting others isn't just a moral choice, it's the most durable security a person can build. When you invest in people, the returns often arrive exactly when you need them most.